Hi, my name's Molly. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Purpose, where we talk about just that. What's our purpose on this earth? Why am I even here? Is it just to spend out my days trying to be as happy as I can and have as much peace and contentment as I can? What's my purpose? Well, I think my purpose on this earth is exactly the same as yours. And I think for all of us, no matter who we are, our purpose to be on this planet Earth is to love God and love each other. We need to get to know God. We need to talk to Him and hang out with Him and ask Him questions, get to know Him. And as we do that, we're just naturally gonna love each other more. Sounds easy? Oh my gosh, it's not. It is so hard to really do. Because I don't know about you, but I get caught up in myself and my life and my world, and I don't spend a whole lot of time throughout my day thinking about God. And I should. It's my purpose to be here. But I don't. I get caught up in work and family and hobbies and stuff like that. And so that's what we're going to talk about. How can we think about God more all throughout our life? And He left us directions on how to do that. It's the Bible. He left us His directions for how to get to know Him better. So that's where we're going to start. We're going to start with the very beginning in Genesis chapter 1, the beginning of everything. Doesn't matter what Bible you have, doesn't need to be new. It doesn't matter if it's Protestant or Catholic, whatever Bible you have, Genesis is exactly the same in all of them. The words might be a little different. There could be different interpretations depending on the edition you have, but the story's the same. So let's get started. In the very beginning, in Genesis, we find out there's only one God, just one. And He created everything. I mean, everything. There was nothing. Black, empty space. Nothing here. He created the whole galaxies. He created the whole universe. He created our little world here on Earth. He created humans and plants and animals. All of it. Just a word from His mouth. And it was created. All right, that's easy enough, right? Mind-blowing. I cannot wrap my head around that. I can't wrap my little Molly head around the idea that there was nothing and now there's this whole galaxy and universe and world. I can't wrap my head around it. God is the only person that can take nothing and end up with something. No human can ever do that. And it's pretty cool. He created everything we see outside. The trees, the plants, the streams, the ocean, the rocks. Everything that's there, that's natural, He created. He created it. He even created the stuff we can't see. You know, there was a time when those little teeny atoms that we have inside of us, nobody knew they were there. All the little cells, nobody knew they were there. They'd never seen them. And if you haven't seen them, they don't exist, right? Wrong. Once they got powerful enough microscopes, they could see it. It's the same with our world. God created things that we can't see, like angels, but they're still there. There's still these beings that are out there that we don't see, but God sees them. We might have made things like the internet, you know, but who created the human mind to be able to come up with the internet? God did. That's right. And a human being can never create another human being. Oh, we think we can. We've got this AI going on now, artificial intelligence, which I'm a farm girl. So when I hear AI, I think of artificial insemination, like with a cow that you're going to impregnate. So it messes me up every time. But we have this artificial intelligence where we think we can create the human brain and human stuff. We can't. Why? because God created a soul in each one of us. Every single human on this earth, even if they don't show it, they've got a soul created by God. It connects us to God and to a world that we can't even dream about. So there's a line in the Bible that means a lot to me, a verse. I've got it on my refrigerator so I don't forget it. And if you've got a Bible handy, it's in Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 5. And God says to Jeremiah, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I consecrated you. I appointed you a prophet to the people." So God knew you before you were even created in your mother's womb. He knew who you were. There's no accidents with God. There's no oopie. Your parents might have thought it was an oopie. They may not have been expecting you. And in some really sad, tragic cases, your parents may not even want you. But that's not true with God. He knew you. He loved you. He created you. And He had a purpose for you, to go out and tell other people about Him, to love Him and love other people. That was His purpose for you. That's why He made you. This is deep, isn't it? And we've just got to the first chapter of Genesis. But nobody was a mistake. You weren't a mistake. I wasn't a mistake. Nobody was a mistake. There's one God. He created everything. He created you. He created me. He loves us more than we can even wrap our brain around. I can't begin to understand how much God loves me and how much I hurt Him every time I'm mean to people, or I get mad at people, or I talk bad about people. You know, you can't read the news today without getting mad at somebody or talking bad about somebody in the news, especially with politics. Oh my gosh, all the division in the world. And it just makes people mad. Every time I get mad at somebody, I'm hurting God. So what I'm going to try to do is think less about that stuff. I've got to know what's going on in the news, but I don't have to dwell on it. I don't have to get on my phone and look at the news every half a second. Instead, I'm going to focus more of my attention on my purpose. Loving God, loving each other. Remembering that there's one God, He made everything, and He loves me more than anything else in this world. And He loves you more than you can imagine. And it's mind-blowing, I know, but that's fact. And that's Genesis chapter 1. There's one God. He created everything, including each of us. And so as you go throughout your day today, just kind of take a few minutes to think about that. Think about God and how He took nothing and made all of this beauty. How He took nothing and made your soul. That's kind of cool. Think about how He loves you more than you can ever imagine. That's scary. At least for me, it's scary to know that somebody loves me that much, and I might spend 10 minutes out of my day thinking about Him. That's scary. So just kind of give that a thought. Twirl it around in the back of your mind. And when we come back tomorrow, we'll dive a little deeper into Genesis and the Garden of Eden and look at the very first humans, Adam and Eve. I hope you have a great day today, everybody. Bye-bye.